He escaped after fighting through the world's most brutal VR game, Reverse Planet. College student Baek Woo-hyun finally made it back to reality, but the game refused to let go. Every night, the vengeful shades of his dead comrades appeared in his room, demanding only one thing: revenge. He tried to forget, but the torment never stopped. Now he has no choice. Woo-hyun must log back into the game, not to win, but to silence the ghosts that haunt his life. The moment he logs in, the real world strikes back. He appears live on a streamer's broadcast, and a mysterious viewer sends him a single message. How does it feel to be back in reality? But it all started with a brutal image, a woman being tortured in a chair. Our main character is watching, and his first thought is, "I thought this was just a game." The woman screams a name. "Woo-hyun, I can't take this anymore." And he tries to cling to the lie, telling himself that this is just an ultra-realistic game, one he can simply log out of. She looks up at him, tears streaming, apologizing. He shouts, "No!" But then others start dying. One after another, multiple voices call out to him, "Woo-hyun, you have to be the one to survive." He recounts the horrible realization. As time went on, he had no choice but to accept it. He begs them not to leave him behind. This place, this hell, has become his new reality. He screams, and we learn the name of his prison, the Reverse Planet. It's a viral VR game, praised for its massive features, dimensional gates, special abilities, invasion wars. He logged in because a friend recommended it, and now he is completely trapped, unable to leave. Men burst into the room congratulating him. They call him Test Subject Number 62 and tell him he's one step closer to becoming a transcendent for Project Transcendence. This project is horrifying. It grinds up thousands of people through inhumane biological experiments, electrical torture, drug injections, body modifications, all to create a single, transcendent being. As they drag away the bodies of his dead comrades, they order Woo-hyun to be locked up with the others. He sits there, consumed by fury. "This is unforgivable," he vows. "If this is truly my reality, I swear I will have my revenge, no matter what." Later, sirens blare. "Test subject has escaped. All personnel, arm yourselves." We see Woo-hyun and a small group making a desperate break for it. He's excited, saying freedom is just past the next corridor, but they instantly freeze. A single man stands blocking their path. He smiles coldly, telling them they only crawled this far to find their grave. Knowing they have to fight, his allies order Woo-hyun to support them from the rear. They charge. The fight ends with Woo-hyun locking a final fatal chokehold on the man. But it's a Pyrrhic victory. Everyone else is dead. He collapses, crying, "Not again." The ghosts of his allies rise up to haunt him, demanding to know why he is the only one who survives. The guilt completely breaks him. Years pass after that escape. To avenge the people he loved, he became a killer. We see him brutally taking down a group of enemies. One tries to run, and Woo-hyun ends him with a knife thrown perfectly into the back of his throat. No matter how many he kills, his vengeance is unending. The survivor's guilt is a constant mental battle. How much longer do I have to live like this? He wonders. Surely not until the day I die. Suddenly, a status window appears. He's stunned. It mentions a bug fix, and the condition is clear. Eliminate the director of Project Transcendence, and he will return to his original world. Leaving nothing but a trail of corpses, he makes his way into the office. A man is on his knees, begging him to stop, asking why he's doing this when they were about to achieve glory. This is the executive director. Another man grabs the director by the collar. "Surely you're not that clueless." This is Kim Young-jin, test subject 81. The director snaps, calling Young-jin by his test subject number and dismissing him. He then addresses Woo-hyun by his full name, revealing his nickname, Superhum. The director sneers, acknowledging that Woo-hyun is a true superhuman, their project's single most successful masterpiece. Getting angrier, the director calls Woo-hyun an idiot. "You think killing me will end this? The corporate alliance never forgives anyone who shows their teeth. It's not just you. Your family, relatives, and colleagues will all be ruined." Before the director can finish the threat, he and his desk are cut clean in half. Blood spills onto Young-jin, who yells at Woo-hyun for wasting the director. He had questions. Woohoon ignores him, staring at the status window. Mission complete. I can return to my original world. Finally, I'm free. He just needs to press the button. At last, he will be home. As his finger moves to the button, the survivor's guilt hits him again. His dead allies scream in his mind, "Don't forget us! You must continue your revenge!" He tells them he's tired, that he's done enough, and this might be his only chance. Yangjin snaps him out of the daze. Woohoon tells him, "I'm going back to my original world now." "What are you talking about?" Yangjin asks. "You've been here from the start." Ignoring him, Woohoon presses yes, apologizing to everyone he's leaving behind. He wakes up in his bed, panting, looking around his room. He's back. He grabs his phone, but the date shocks him. No time has passed at all. It is the exact same day he was dragged into the game. Even his powerful muscles are gone. His body is back to its weak state. He tries to dismiss it as a dream, but the decade of fighting and loss was too real, too vivid. The 10 years he spent there were absolutely real. Then a call comes in from a name that sounds familiar, Jung Nayeon. She is yelling, asking why he isn't answering. She reminds him of their promise to meet tonight, sends him the location, and hangs up. He recognizes the voice. She was his only colleague who was remotely close to him, and the one who recommended Reverse Planet in the first place. He wonders if she planned it, but his memories suggest otherwise. He decides to meet her. He finds her at the agreed location. She waves, asking if he wants to drink after the end-of-term exams. He says he'll pass on the alcohol today, fearing what might happen if he loses control. As she orders food, she asks, "Did you try Reverse Planet yet? You said you passed the tutorial." He tells her he made a character and watched the intro, and right after that, he was dragged straight in. She pouts. "You really just watched the intro? That's not playing at all." He snaps back, annoyed. "If you knew I suffered for 10 years, you wouldn't be saying that. This was all because of you." She huffs. She was looking forward to it. He promised to be a regular guest on her stream. As a Coliseum ranker, even a fraction of his physicality would blow up her small channel. Our boy is confused about Nayeon's streaming hobby, but remembers she always pestered friends to game with her. At least for now, he feels like he's finally back. Back at his house, he briefly looks up the company that made Reverse Planet. He tells himself he's suffered enough. He needs to forget everything and live in this world, his real world, now. He tries to live an ordinary life, going to and from school, hanging out with friends. But the survivor's guilt is relentless. The apparition of his dead comrades constantly questions him. "Did you really return? Is this even your reality?" He whirls around to face the ghost, but it vanishes. He realizes that everything is slowly falling out of place. When he looks at classmates, he sees the faces of the deceased. Panicking, he stumbles into the hallway to catch his breath. When someone touches his shoulder, the years of combat reflex take over. He grabs the wrist, pulls the person forward, and mimes slicing their throat, pulling out a non-existent knife. He snaps out of it, realizing his hands are empty. He's not in his old uniform. He apologizes, saying he was startled. The student just notes how strange he's been lately. Woohoon, trembling, heads outside. He cracks open a drink and sits on a bench. The ghosts call to him again, demanding he come back, reminding him of his pledge for vengeance. He screams for them to stop. Nayeon finds him and calms him down. She notices how pale and out of it he is, asking what's wrong. He dismisses it as nothing. She tells him to talk to her if anything happens. It's then that he finally realizes he is the one who brought the ghosts back. That night, he approaches a VR capsule. He determines that if the ghosts won't be satisfied until they have their revenge, then this real world is no different from the hell he just escaped. He resolves to go back to Reverse Planet and see it through to the end. The status window welcomes him back. He spawns in what he recognizes as the lab's waiting room. He's confused. Why is he simply in the game world? Why didn't he get sent back to the actual lab? He realizes there must be some other condition he has to meet. He decides to proceed with the tutorial, hoping it will reveal how to return to the real lab. First, settings. Since he fought well without any assistance in the other world, he sets combat assistance to 0. Next is the initial ability setup. The Reverse Planet system works by choosing a core element, then enhancing it with sub-elements to create a build. There are so many elements that pro leagues have dedicated theory crafters. He selects the one element that earned him the title of superhuman, but we don't see what it is yet. A speaker crackles, welcoming test subject 48. It's been a week since his awakening. Woo Hyun notes the game doesn't show the process before awakening, which is probably for the best. The voice tells him to step inside for the next experiment. He instantly recognizes the enemy, Etenel. It's a killing machine designed to stop rampaging Project Transcendence Awakeners, and the very reason countless subjects died. Though this is an early model, he has debilitating PTSD flashbacks of his comrades being slaughtered by it. He dodges the first attack, then the 3 rapid follow-ups. He closes the gap, putting his hand directly on the machine. He knows the final version is dangerous, but this early model is nothing. He slams the Etenel into the floor so hard it shatters into pieces, completing the experiment. The voice is impressed. Incredible. Your aptitude for abilities is incomparable. Time for the next experiment. Suddenly, the entire lab begins to shake. The person on the intercom forgets to turn off their mic. What is happening? Then we hear the sound of them dying. A woman's voice cuts in, addressing all victims trapped in the lab. Use your strength and get outside immediately. Woo Hyun feels a glimmer of recognition in her voice. The tutorial quest updates. Escape the lab. Self-destruct in progress. He moves quickly through the hallway, which is now a chaotic mess of explosions. He spots a man bleeding out in the corner. His uniform has the mark of the Interdimensional Management Bureau, a friendly. The man tells Woo Hyun he can help him escape and offers him a choice of weapons, plus a radio. Once outside, sending a signal will ensure a bureau pickup. The man dies. Woo Hyun hears footsteps. Another Etenel appears. He reminds himself this is just the game's progression. He picks up a chain sickle from the weapons board, but feels a strange, disgusting connection to it. Meanwhile, on a live stream, a woman named Kang Soil is complaining about playing Reverse Planet, saying it crushes her pride in playing retro games. She promised her viewers she'd play and never breaks a promise. She starts the game choosing a character and picks fire as her ability. She sets combat assistance to 50%, but her chat immediately demands she set it to 0. Soil argues that clearing the tutorial with 0 assistance is virtually impossible. Globally, nearly 0 users play with that setting. She's confident in her mechanics, but 0 assist makes the controls feel unnatural. She sticks to her guns until someone donates 500,000 won. She instantly folds, setting the assistance to 0. She runs out of the room, promising a quick clear, but is immediately flattened by the Etenel. She grabs her radio, realizing she has a weapon and the tool for escape. The game tries to auto-matchmake her. She forgot about that mechanic. The chat teases her, saying she won't find a match because matchmaking only works with people who use the same low assistance percentage. They laugh as she realizes she can't get help. And then she is matched. She's warped to her party member's location. When she opens her eyes, she sees the corpses of countless Etenels. This is no joke, she breathes. The chat suggests it's a pro player smurfing, but others point out no pro could do this in the tutorial with 0 assistance. She notes her partner didn't take a gun and wonders what weapon they used. Regardless, she has the perfect carry. She sees Woo Hyun ahead, covered in blood. He hears her footsteps and turns sharply. As she comes around the corner, he leaps at her, stopping his chain sickle blade inches from her face. She freaks out and hides behind the corner, begging to be saved. He apologizes, saying he was mistaken. She realizes from his lab coat that he's her party member. He tells her he's leaving. She asks to go with him, introducing herself and warning him he's on a live broadcast. Though his face is hidden, he stops moving, and she fears he's angry. Armed guards appear, opening fire with orders to kill, not capture. Soil takes cover behind a broken Etenel, amazed at the high difficulty. She calls out to her bus driver, but sees Woo Hyun flying through the air, dodging bullets and attacking the guards with his chain sickle. She points out the spectacle to her chat, asking what ability he's using, especially since his eye color has turned black. The chat is confused. Some suggest wind, but one person is confident. The only core element that boosts physical stats while changing eye color is Transcendence. Soil says she heard Transcendence was a trash ability that disables the use of all other skills, a penalty considered absolute hot dog seat among users. The chat is now utterly bewildered by his choice. Transcendence is confirmed to be his core element, a massive boost to physical stats and ability resistance in exchange for being unable to use any ability skills. The chat explodes, unable to comprehend a player willingly choosing a build that negates the entire point of the game. Soil wonders how a level 1 player can even move like that, and questions what kind of human he is in the real world. As Woo-hoon kills the final guards, the voices return, whispering that his revenge isn't enough. Another guard peeks around the corner and aims at Woo-hoon. Soil dashes, firing 3 shots to drive the guard back, then slides in and puts a bullet through his head. Her chat goes wild. She asks Woo-hoon proudly if she was helpful, but he is zoned out again, haunted by a little girl and the friends he couldn't save. She snaps him back, worried he's mad. He tells her she was helpful and agrees to finish the mission with her. As they walk, she asks his name. He tells her to just call him Woo. She's shocked he used his real name, but then asks if he really picked Transcendence. He confirms it. The chat points out he's cooked since core elements are permanent. She asks how he dodges bullets without ability skills and if he plays other games. He says he doesn't enjoy any in particular. Then he suddenly stops. There are 2 Eatonels about 20 meters ahead. She is confused. He has no long-range detection ability. She rolls her eyes until she turns the corner and sees the 2 Eatonels standing exactly where he said. Woo-hoon smiles faintly and says, "I used to enjoy playing Coliseum quite a bit." He dodges the first strike and kicks the entire Eatonel into a concrete wall. As it falls, he adds, "I was a ranker on Coliseum." He grabs the second Eatonel and shatters its core with a single punch. The chat realizes. A Coliseum ranker explains the insane movement. Others confirm that Coliseum rankers were instantly scouted by pro teams. The only player to go straight from Coliseum to pro was Battler, the most famous Reverse Planet pro. The chat wonders if Woo-hoon ever fought Battler. They reach the final section. Woo-hoon freezes. Standing there is a red-haired, lion-looking guard captain, the very man who blocked their escape in the actual lab. The captain repeats the exact line he used back then. Woo-hoon laughs bitterly that this entire segment is just considered the tutorial. He zones out again. His dead comrades scream in his mind, "Devour him, tear him apart." The captain leaps. Soil pulls an assault rifle from nowhere, but the bullets bounce off a particle barrier. She panics, thinking only awakened superhumans use those, and screams that she'll provide support fire as she runs away. Woo-hoon takes a step forward. He reminds himself it's just a game. If this slight revenge satisfies his comrades, he'll do it. He punches the captain's ribs hard enough to shatter the particle barrier and send him flying into the wall. Soil and her chat are speechless, thinking it must be a bug. The captain activates Iron Man, turning his skin into metal. He stomps forward, saying he will rip Woo-hoon apart, but Woo-hoon dodges every blow, even when the captain's arm transforms into a drill. Woo-hoon delivers a shattering uppercut, breaking the captain's goggles and forcing him to his knees. "Don't cancel your ability," Woo-hoon warns, "or you'll die too quickly." The voices scream louder for him to tear the captain apart the way they were. The captain asks how a mere test subject could be so powerful. Woo-hoon responds, "It's all thanks to you," and tears into him, ripping him apart piece by piece until the security chief is dead. Soil stares in horror. The ghosts devour the captain as Woo-hoon walks away. They exit the lab, completing the tutorial, granting them a level and a skill point. She asks if he will continue the main quest, but he says he's done for now. She ends her stream, then proposes he become a regular on hers, offering to match his schedule and pay an appearance fee. He declines, but agrees to add her as a friend. Woo-hoon logs out. Now that the tutorial is over, he needs to know why he still hasn't returned to the other side. Back in reality, he is unaware of the future his gameplay will bring, or that someone in his chat had just donated asking what it felt like to be back in the real world. The next morning, at the Korean branch of Planet Earth, the company that developed Reverse Planet, the entire office is in chaos because of Woo-hoon. It's an unprecedented incident. They watch the footage. No buffs, no stack correction, no weapons, yet he crushed the security chief bare-handed. The community is demanding an explanation, assuming he's hacking, but the developers are 100% certain it wasn't a hack. The developers checked every log from character creation and found zero evidence of tampering or external hacks. They've seen countless cheaters, but Woo-hoon's precise movements are unprecedented. Even with the best cheats, that kind of precision is impossible. One man suggested there was a small chance it was a new, undetectable hack, prompting them to arrange a proper verification. Later, Woo Hoon meets Nayeon for a drink. He asks if the community is truly in chaos over him. She confirms it. Everyone failed the no modification challenge, and now they're all crying, "Hacker." He asks how Nayeon recognized him, since Soil had his privacy filter on. Nayeon laughs, saying she knows his full government ID and had seen him fight before. Even so, she was shocked by his level. He reveals that Planet Earth contacted him. Nayeon freaks out, assuming they want to investigate cheating. Woo Hyun says that Soil messaged him too. He sees this as his only choice to interact directly with the developers. If he can talk to someone high-ranking, he might find a clue about the other world. He told them he'd think about it, but he plans to accept. Nayeon agrees it's a good idea. Being called a hacker everywhere would get annoying. Woo Hyun doesn't care about the name, but he's worried about being recognized. She assures him that even with a different appearance, his fighting style is too unique. Even pros can be given away by their habits. Woo Hoon sighs, realizing internet detectives are truly insane. Nayeon adds that his cooperation is good because otherwise, the angry mob would have flamed Soil as well. Woo Hoon, protective, says, "In that case, I won't let that happen." He replies to the company, "I'll do it." Nayeon is ecstatic. With this level of hype, her stream viewers are going to skyrocket. She sends out a notice about the hack verification stream. 4 days later, Woo Hyun logs in. Soil rushes over, apologizing for all the trouble. He asks if she suspects him, and she says no. She saw his movements. He had the aura of a deranged killer, not a hacker. It was just instinct. The stream starts with over 10,000 viewers, flooding the chat with angry demands to get the hacker out of here. Soil tells the chat to calm down and asks Woo Hyun what he thinks of the controversy. He shakes his head, finding the whole thing ridiculous. The viewers call him pretentious. To prove him wrong, she introduces their special guest, Park Guyune, Operations Team 1 Manager of Planet Earth Korea. The chat goes crazy that she actually brought a Game Master, GM. Woo Hyun realizes this manager might have answers and decides to question him after the test. After introductions, Guyun stares at Woo Hyun, noting his normal appearance. He teleports them to a private training room used for ability and combat practice. Guyun explains they will conduct multiple combat tests to check for external programs. Woo Hyun confirms his consent to the testing. The door opens, and an upgraded mid-tier Eatonel steps out. Woo Hyun's eyes instantly go black. His comrades whisper their fear, demanding vengeance. Guyun tells him he just needs to kill the bot, but before he can finish, Woo Hyun is gone. Debris flies as Woo Hyun, using only his bare fists, effortlessly obliterates the mid-tier Eatonel. Guyun's program reports, "No external program interference detected. Subject is definitely not hacking." Guyun says the verification duration was too short and asks if Woo Hyun would be willing to fight in a specific, predetermined method to prove he isn't using an autopilot cheat. Woo Hyun immediately agrees. He knows that if he plans the fight in advance and executes the plan perfectly, it proves he has genuine user control, not a program-operated proxy. Guyun instructs him, "Slash the heads of these 3 training bots with your chain sickle." Woo Hyun says, "Okay," confusing Guyun, as the task is highly disadvantageous. But he can't imagine Woo Hyun losing. The 3 Eatonels leap at him, aiming for his head. Woo Hyun instantly takes out the first, leaps back, and finishes the other 2 with a single dash. Soil and her chat are astonished. She knew his weapon moved as if it was alive. The chat debates if the weapon is overpowered, but the majority agree. It's the player, not the weapon. Guyune confirms he has enough data, but as an administrator, he admits he's curious. Can Woo Hyun beat the advanced level training bot with only 1 core ability? He knows he's being greedy. The gate races up, revealing a terrifying humanoid robot, a later version of the Eatonel that resembles something from a horror movie. Woo Hyun is instantly pissed. This is the bot that ripped his comrades apart in the real lab. The Eatonel moves first, punching towards his head. He dodges, but the hit grazes his cheek. The bot instantly counters with 3 shockwave attacks that shatter the wall behind him. Woo Hyun realizes this is on a whole different level, and if he takes 1 strike, he's done. He strikes the side of the bot, noting that its body hardness is extreme. He can't damage it at all. He throws punch after punch, deciding he'll simply beat it until the damage builds up. Guyun is speechless. Woo Hyun, despite the disadvantage, is completely overwhelming the advanced bot, keeping it on the defensive. Guyune decides further inspection is meaningless and makes the bot disappear. Soil asks for the verification results. Guyune confirms. It is clearly confirmed. No external program involved. He is not a cheater. The chat is torn, but Soil proudly defends him, giving him a nickname, the Haxel. Now that the verification is over, Soil ends the stream, which had over 100,000 viewers. She thanks both men. Guyune prepares to leave, but Woo Hyun stops him. Has the game ever had a bug before? Woo Hyun asks. Something like getting stuck in it for a very long time? Guyun is firm. Never. If a critical bug like that existed, the game would never have been popular. Woo Hyun concedes the point, and Guyun leaves. Soil offers to share the stream revenue, but he declines, only asking her to call him. She realizes he's a massive clip farm, but forces herself to be professional, realizing he only agreed to the stream for the chance to explain himself. She agrees to call him next time. Woo Hyun is disappointed. He got almost no information. Then, he gets a message from Nayeon to meet her in the battle prep room. Nayeon asks how his first stream was. He clarifies it was his second, but says it doesn't suit him. He hated having to monitor the viewers. Nayeon suggests he just play the game without worrying about the audience, and she'll set everything up. He still doesn't want to do it, but she tells him it's time for some PvP, player versus player, one of the two biggest game modes. He asks if this is why she called him here. She confirms it, asking if he was going to leave without playing with her. Woo Hyun notes that the story mode is too similar to the other world, but PvP will be completely new. He wonders if he'll find something different than when he went into the story mode. He decides to give it a try. Nayeon explains the modes. Showdown, 1v1, 2v2, Warfare, 5-player teamfight, and the one they'll play today, Battle Royale, last person or team standing wins. She suggests they go in as a team and offers to recommend a PvP build, but Woo Hyun stops her. That's fine, he says. I already know a good one. He is following the exact same build that earned him the name Superhuman in the other world. Woo Hyun agrees to get his build ready as Nayeon goes live. She decides they'll start at the military base, a popular hot drop zone with high-ranking equipment. She asks if she can record their gameplay to upload to YouTube. He tells her to go for it. The game starts. Woo Hyun spawns in a building behind a man and instantly closes the distance. Outside, explosions rock the base. Nayeon watches the kill feed and sees Woo Hyun already getting a kill, followed by a sudden, rapid stream of eliminations. We see a man stabbed in the chest as Woo Hyun takes out another player. He registers that he can't feel any other player presence nearby. He must have eliminated the final survivor of this cluster. He hadn't expected to face 4 people at once just coming down the stairs. Now, he needs to get out. Suddenly, Nayeon radios in, shouting that she needs help. She's completely surrounded. Woo Hyun checks the map and realizes she's quite far away. He tells her he's coming, asking her exact location. The 3rd floor roof, she replies, adding that every floor below her is a huge brawl. Woo Hyun tells her he'll handle it and charges straight toward her. 2 fighters turn towards Woo Hyun. One prepares his ability, but he's too late. Woo Hyun unsheathes his knife and cuts the man's arm off, eliminating him. The other player freaks out, realizing Woo Hyun is a physical type, and launches an ability. Woo Hyun leaps into the air to avoid it, and while the opponent is distracted by the incredible movement, he gets his neck sliced. Woo Hyun continues his rampage, eliminating more and more players until he reaches the building's front gate. He tells Nayeon he's there and instructs her to stay put. As he puts his hand on the door, he registers 5 people inside. He opens the door. A man is hiding, attempting a sneak attack, but Woo Hyun instantly grabs his wrist and punches him 3 times in the chest, killing him. Woo Hyun realizes he needs to pick up the pace and sprints upstairs, eliminating every player in his path. Nayeon, waiting anxiously, is stunned by the kill feed. He's just smurfing right now, she mutters. She then senses someone behind her, whirls around, and attacks, but misses. It's Woo Hyun. He can't believe she just tried to attack him. She apologizes, saying he scared her. She didn't notice him until he was right beside her, but she expected no less from someone with 14 kills. He questions if he even needed to come at all. She asks if he took out all the enemies in the building. He says he's more curious about the chainsaw she's using, the only weapon she could find. She tells him she can't lose to him, and, now that they're teamed up, she'll carry him for the rest of the game. He simply says, "Sure." The game ends with Woo-hoon in first place, 25 kills and 7 assists. Neon clocks 7 kills and 15 assists. This happens over and over. They win 10 times in a row. Exhausted, Neon calls it quits. She tells him she thought he was an ordinary college student, but he's a killing machine. She's determined to get him to stream with her and asks him to wait 2 days before doing any main missions. She'll come back with an official offer. He tells her he's not interested. She promises to bring a good offer and leaves. After she's gone, Woo-hoon is disappointed. In the end, I couldn't get any hints from PvP either. Meanwhile, we see Soil at her home, kicking her feet, excitedly reading the forums discussing her and Woo-hoon. She's ecstatic. This is a jackpot. She had over 100,000 viewers and knows this level of hype might never happen again. She wishes she could keep streaming with him, but accepts he's made up his mind. She decides to check their profits, and her jaw drops. The next day, Woo-hoon meets Nayeon at a cafe. He asks why she called him here and what she's looking at. She presents a PowerPoint she spent all night creating to persuade him, proposing a reality show format. He plays the game, and she'll commentate with a pro, if needed. She offers a 6.4 profit split in his favor. He tells her he is genuinely not interested. She tries to explain the magnitude of the streaming profits, but realizes he must have gotten his share from Soil. He confirms he got an email this morning. His portion is 6 million won. She starts to get excited again, but he focuses on the end of the email where Soil shared a funny donation message. He opens it and is instantly surprised. An anonymous donor, viewer 62, his lab number, said, "It's good to see him again," asking how it feels to be back in reality, and they have a special mission just for him and that they'll only see him when he's streaming. Woo-hoon knows this is it. Using his lab number and knowing he's from the other world, this person must be connected to his past. He asks Nayeon if donor information is traceable. She says no, due to privacy laws, and he can only communicate with them during a stream. He tells her, "I'll do it then, I'll start streaming." Nayeon is shocked but quickly confirms, no takebacks. Friday evening, while others are enjoying their leisure time, the self-proclaimed nerds are gathering at their computers for one anticipation. Woo-hoon's stream is about to start. 5 minutes before going live at the Reverse Planet broadcast studio, Nayeon is shaking. Her cast member, Chaos Seko, a professional Reverse Planet commentator, tells her to relax. He himself was nervous to get the call, but agreed instantly once she mentioned she was Woo-hoon's friend. They go live. The audience immediately demands, "Where is Woo-hoon?" Nayeon explains that he won't be seen physically, but he is in the game. Woo-hoon appears on screen wearing a mask to hide his identity. Nayeon announces their show, Haxel's Tour, using his nickname, will be a reality show format. They will commentate while watching him play, promising the audience a look at his unique gameplay. Nayeon messages Woo-hoon to start. He radios in, starting the main mission. Pass through the guards searching for the test subject and join the Otherworld Management Bureau located outside the forest. He notes it's the same as last time, but this time he won't run. He screams at the top of his lungs, "Over here!" The guards turn, saying they can jump on him from all directions. Woo-hoon reaches for his sickle, declaring he's going to kill them all, urged on by the voices of his comrades. The guards open fire, but Woo-hoon bobs and weaves, dodging bullets and slicing one man's gun, causing an explosion. He continues killing the guards, proceeding with his mission. In the studio, Nayeon and Secho are stunned. Secho says this isn't the Reverse Planet he knows. Woo-hoon has no strategy. He's just gathering all the enemies. The chat debates if he's crazy, but others suggest his transcendent skill might be broken. Nayeon asks Secho's opinion. He immediately says that's not the case. Transcendence only boosts physical abilities. It doesn't affect battle intelligence or weapon proficiency. He notes that Woo-hoon is using no buffs, and if he had those physical abilities in real life, he could fight like that. In short, only Woo-hoon can unlock Transcendence's true potential. Woo-hoon notices a new squad surrounding him. Their leader, Director Kim of the Otherworld Management Bureau, introduces himself and tells Woo-hoon to drop his weapon. The Bureau is a government department that deals with interdimensional entities trapped inside Reverse Planet. Woo-hoon recognizes him. Director Kim is a team leader he knew from the other world. He didn't expect to meet him here. Director Kim assumes Woo Hyun is a victim who escaped the lab and apologizes for mistaking him for an enemy. Woo Hyun says it's fine. They notice the walkie-talkie. Woo Hyun explains an agent gave it to him. Director Kim expresses sadness that the agent likely died. Woo Hyun agrees, noting the director is the same as he was in the other world. Director Kim asks Woo Hyun to stay at the bureau until his identity is confirmed. He agrees, completing the quest, giving him a level up and an ability point. At the headquarters, Woo Hyun recalls the room. In the other world, after escaping the lab, he took requests for assassinations and abductions from a private firm to fund his revenge. They often commissioned him to clear reverse planet monsters for loot. This naturally involved frequent clashes and occasional cooperation with the Bureau. A woman enters, introducing herself as Lee Yugjin of the Bureau's first team. Both Nayeon and Secho recognize her. She offers him two choices. First, live as a normal civilian under Bureau protection, but his ability use is strictly prohibited. Second, become affiliated with them, where he'll receive training and missions once ready. Woo Hyun reflects that in the other world, he killed one of their agents, and now they want him as an ally. He realizes that if he remains a civilian, he'll just end up taking corporate contracts again, a path he refuses to walk. He chooses to become an agent. Yugjin is excited. She says his choice is a tremendous help, as the Bureau is currently short on manpower due to corporations scouting the Awaken. She argues the Bureau has extensive knowledge in training Awakeners and subjugating Reverse Planet, unlike the corporations, which offer better rewards, but far more dangerous missions. Woo Hyun recalls that in the other world, many Awakeners died on corporate requests, and some were refused pay until he forced the money out of them. That incident is what alerted the Bureau to him, leading to his pursuit. Yugjun says she'll submit his registration to the IT team and gives him a bonus for business use. He asks where to start. She says he'll receive training and promotion once his ability is confirmed. She hopes he gets dispatched to Team 1, her team. Woo Hyun says he hopes so too, recalling that in the other world she took the lead in the raid on the lab, which allowed him and his comrades to survive, even if they didn't last much longer afterward. In the studio, Nayeon is stunned. She asks how he's having such a natural conversation with an NPC. She thought communicating with them like that wasn't possible. Secho is also shocked. Nayeon says the last time she talked to her, the character sounded like a robot. Secho agrees. It's like an adaptive AI. The chat is losing it, realizing this means the game is amazing. A fully adaptive AI is an NPC that can fully respond to any situation and request, communicating freely and seamlessly, unlike existing scripted NPCs. The professional commentator, Chaos Secho, is amazed by the fully adaptive AI, noting it's a technology that most believed was impossible to implement into a game due to resource limitations. Nayeon wonders if the developers solved the resource problem, but Secho doubts it. He suggests it's likely an Easter egg, perhaps linked to the Zero Combat Assistance setting. Secho is excited, saying this will create massive buzz on the forums. He promises to stay awake to anticipate Planet Earth's official announcement, and mentions he knows a figure in the community who is deeply interested in the game's storyline, hinting he might bring her on as a guest. Nayeon confirms the stream is done for today, but future broadcasts will switch to PvP content. Woo Hyun heads to the PvP area, noting that Viewer 62 has not yet appeared. He had instructed Nayeon to notify him immediately of any contact from Viewer 62, and since she hasn't, he must continue streaming. He tells her he's ready to start. Nayeon announces today's content is Showdown, 1v1, which is Woo Hyun's first time playing. Secho explains that to qualify for the ranked league, he needs to win 10 matches in the normal league. Pros usually take 30 minutes, and average players take 2 hours. A chatter offers a reward if he hits bronze rank in under 30 minutes. Nayeon relays the challenge, a 10-game win streak in under 30 minutes. Woo Hyun gives the OK sign, and the chat calls him cocky. They realize something is off when Woo Hyun spawns in. Secho is the first to notice that Woo Hyun is using a different weapon. They realize how much they have been underestimating him. The first round begins. Before his opponent can finish casting his spell, Woo Hyun slices him into 4 pieces, winning in less than 2 seconds. The next opponent, realizing he's a smurf, gives up instantly. The third match features a Shadow Spear user whose attack is bypassed, and he's cleaved in half, also leading to a surrender. This continues, win after win. Woo Hoon completes the 10-game win streak in just 20 minutes, lightning fast, even compared to pros. Nayeon is stunned and feels robbed, revealing that she is actually Diamond Tier. Secho confirms that Woo Hoon's total time is undisputed, but what's more shocking is his match record. He consistently showed perfect performance, regardless of the opponent's build or strategy. He gets the promised reward. Secho raises a concern. Being live makes Woo Hoon vulnerable to stream snipers. Someone in the chat immediately claims they just jinxed it. Woo Hoon spawns into his first ranked solo match in an area called the Cemetery. A chat user confirms he's in, telling the chat to watch as he destroys him. Woo Hoon pulls out his blades, unfazed by the sniper. The first round starts. The opponent uses a lightning attack while leaping at Woo Hoon's face, but every single attack is dodged. Woo Hoon decides the opponent is a waste of time and cuts him in half. For the second round, the opponent uses the 10-second adjustment period, stating he needs to use something special. The aura around him changes, and he attacks with extreme efficiency, like an Eatonel. He laughs, saying he went easy on Woo Hoon in the first round. Woo Hoon puts up his guard as the opponent calls him a hacker. Woo Hoon recalls Nayeon telling him to destroy that person thoroughly if someone calls him a hacker. The atmosphere changes as Woo Hoon prepares to do just that. The opponent charges, still confident, but Woo Hoon dashes past him for a slice. The opponent turns to counter, but Woo Hoon is already behind him. As he turns again, his arm is sliced off. He raises his fist, but his other arm is sliced off too. The opponent starts crying. Secho and Nayeon realize instantly that Woo Hoon is toying with him. Secho notes he followed Nayeon's advice well, but Nayeon is shocked at the level of destruction. The chat blames her for creating a monster. The opponent heals and later asks Woo Hoon what he is. Woo Hoon then finishes the second round. He continues the matches with unstoppable momentum, reaching a 30-win streak. Nayeon announces he's already at gold rank. Secho is impressed that he achieved a 30-win streak on his first stream. The audience starts begging to see his build. Woo Hoon agrees to reveal it next stream. The stream ends. Secho is ecstatic, noting that everything, from the adaptive AI to the 30-win streak and the build reveal, will make the video pop off. Nayeon hopes he can beat the current world record of 76 wins, held by the famous pro, Battler, on a Smurf account. Secho agrees, noting Battler's competitiveness means he might already be watching. Meanwhile, Battler is indeed scrolling through the forums. He reads a comment finding it hilarious that the cheater lost to someone he called a cheater, and another comment suggesting Battler wouldn't even stand a chance. Battler simply says, "That's a pretty funny comment." A few days later on his second stream, Woo Hoon notes that viewer 62 didn't appear last time, meaning he needs to do something else. He hears a familiar voice, Yugjun. The chat is once more stunned by her beauty. She says he has his first practical mission and asks if he's nervous. He says he's fine and glad he can skip the training phase. The mission is to eliminate invading entities in close to space, another area the League of Enterprises deemed worthless. Woo Hoon observes that the corporations here are no different than in the real world. The invaders are insect types, weak but annoying due to their sheer numbers. Yugjun gets her credentials confirmed at the portal site, an abandoned factory. She is surprised to see the portal there. Woo Hoon walks over, noting the portal feels familiar. He saw it in the other world, but it was medium-sized, not small. A man named Cho Hyung-cho appears, surprised to see Yugjun on a small-scale subjugation. Hyung-cho is an old acquaintance, Yugjun's first trainee agent who left the bureau after being scouted by the League. She accuses him of spreading fake rumors about the bureau. He laughs and waves them off, letting her handle the mission. Woo Hoon asks who he was. Yugjun pulls out a piece of candy. Secho notes this is the first time their relationship has been shown in detail, and a possible hidden story is being developed thanks to the AI. Yugjun tells Woo Hoon it's time to head into the gate. Outside, Hyung-cho watches them enter and starts licking his lips. 20 minutes later, inside Reverse Planet, Woo Hoon wipes blood from his face. He's looking down at a heavily bleeding Yugjun with her candy lying nearby. A rewind shows the incident. As Yugjun explained the path to the reverse world, the ground started shaking. Woo-hyun yelled at her to watch out, and everything went bright. He opened his eyes in a forest separated from Yugjun. He decides to clear the bugs before looking for her. Elsewhere, Yugjun is using her golden glowing ability, Echoing Thunder, to rip bugs apart. She notes the large size of the forest and that something is definitely wrong. She hopes Woo-hyun is alright. Suddenly, Hyong-cho launches a surprise attack, narrowly grazing her side. She dodges and demands to know why he's doing this. He claims it's a secret mission, and he's just following orders as his men appear. Her wound is deep, forcing her to flee. She uses an attack on the man in front of her, who blocks with Guardian Stone. The shockwave sends the attacker reeling, allowing her to run past. She throws a summoned lightning lance backward, Edward Elric-type set, which stabs the ground in front of Hyong-cho, delaying the chase. She hides in a hole, wondering what they are plotting. Back with Woo-hyun, the chat is amazed by his killing speed. He senses Yugjun's presence nearby and runs. He finds her wrapped up by a centipede. Woo-hyun leaps forward and cuts its head off, catching Yugjun as she falls. He sees she is heavily wounded and realizes a skilled agent wouldn't lose to a bug. Her injury is from an ability attack. He asks her if it was Hyong-cho. She confirms it. In the studio, Nayeon and Secho agree Hyong-cho's sudden ambush is suspicious, confirming their theory that the adaptive AI is developing a hidden story. Yugjun, struggling with blood loss, warns that using their skills will alert her pursuers. She tells him to leave. He tells her to hide for first aid, saying he will deal with them. She screams at him not to, calling Hyong-cho a veteran awaken, but Woo-hyun insists he has a plan. Hyong-cho is searching by the creek, deciding to go after the target himself. He senses something and attacks backward, stopping just short of cutting Woo-hyun's throat. Woo-hyun, shedding crocodile tears, tells Hyong-cho the path collapsed and he was separated from her. Hyong-cho tells him he'll meet her if he just sleeps a bit and rears back to attack. Before Hyong-cho can finish, Woo-hyun stabs him in the chest. Hyong-cho realizes he's been had and collapses. Woo-hyun hides back in the bushes as Hyong-cho's men check on them. One man chases after him. Woo-hyun watches from a tree, then leaps behind the man who is confused, thinking it was a bird. Woo-hyun slits his throat. Back with Hyong-cho, a man is trying to stop the bleeding when an attack comes from above, stabbing Hyong-cho directly in his open wound. The last remaining man calls Woo-hyun a crazy bastard and asks where his comrade is. Woo-hyun raises his hand, showing the retrieved blade. The man yells and summons several earth spears, stone edge, at Woo-hyun. Woo-hyun slices through them. The man starts an earthwave attack, making the ground ripple toward Woo-hyun. Woo-hyun kicks down a tree and uses it to brace himself against another tree, shielding himself from the landslide. The man calls him a monster. Woo-hyun peers out as the man launches Stonehorn, which slightly grazes Woo-hyun's arm, catching him off guard. The man continues his onslaught, but Woo-hyun slowly pushes through the attacks and slices the man across the chest. His final word is impossible before he falls. The chat is speechless. Nayeon asks if he really took out 3 specialized enemies with only one core element. Secho is utterly dumbfounded. Woo-hyun notes he only took 2 out in an ambush and still lacks a lot compared to the other world, given that he got caught by that last attack. He checks the loot on Hyong-cho's body: Dagger of Sharp Return, Bracelet of the Winner, and Hermit's Necklace. He notes that the items instantly show their effects, proving it's still a game, unlike the other world where he had to use trial and error. He shoves the loot into his inventory, prioritizing clearing the reverse world before Yugjun's wounds worsen. Yugjun is staring up at the boss of the gate, the Emperor Scorpion. She realizes the misfortune, but also the luck that the boss didn't find Woo-hyun. She runs in using an attack, but the Scorpion misses, falling over. She looks up to see Woo-hyun has stabbed it from behind. He asks if she's okay. The world starts cracking. Nayeon explains that the subjugation is complete and the passage is collapsing. They need to escape before they get swept away. Woo-hyun tells Yugjun to hold on tight and they make a break for it, completing the raid and receiving levels and ability points. Back at headquarters, Director Kim is annoyed that Yugjun was ambushed. When Woo-hyun tells him he killed the ambushers, Director Kim is confused, but recalls the bodies found by Woo-hyun during their initial confrontation. He asks for evidence, and Woo-hyun hands him Hyung-cho's phone. Director Kim says the investigation will go smoothly and tells Woo-hyun to take a break. As Woo-hyun leaves, Director Kim tells him to wait, saying he should cool down until the next chance, asking if he understands. Woo-hyun says yes. He can now choose his second key element. Nayeon is satisfied with the stream, but she sees viewer 62 donated 3 million won, saying he passed the first test and giving him a special mission. She tells Woo-hyun immediately, who says, "Finally." He wonders if this means he'll be contacted after the stream. She says they'll proceed with the stream for now. Secho asks if anything came up, but Nayeon denies it, wondering why Woo-hyun can't see the donation window. She brings up the reactions and transitions back to PvP. Warfare. 5v5 team game, first to 2 wins. The chat wanted duels, but Nayeon insists they will change their mind. The match starts, a payload escort mission. Secho explains the objective. Nayeon wonders how Woo-hyun will perform in his first 5v5. Woo-hyun is in the rear, 2 people in front and 2 on the payload. He looks around. Secho wonders why he's backing off. Woo-hyun senses something. Nayeon suggests a backdoor play, noting that while it's risky to go alone, it's not a bad choice with his skill. Woo-hyun starts leaping across walls and rooftops. Secho tracks him on the map, predicting he'll run into the defense team. Woo-hyun leaps over a structure, spotting multiple defenders. He raises a dagger, instantly killing one with a throw. Another yells, saying they are flanked, before Woo-hyun cuts his head off. He instantly kills the remaining 3. Woo-hyun's team is baffled by the kill logs. Nayeon admits she expected him to carry, but not this hard. Secho wonders if he's trying to finish the match quickly. They continue into 3 other modes: Control Point, Flashpoint. Woo-hyun gets a pentakill in every game mode, ending the game in a hurry. Viewer 62 messages again. Your special mission is to open a new system of reverse planet by progressing with the game. Nayeon is excited about the 3 million won, suggesting a viewer event and new equipment. Woo-hyun ignores her, demanding the screenshot. He sees the new system message and wonders if it means more PvP or PvE. Nayeon continues talking, and he Donawalls. Her stops responding, making her realize he wants quiet. He agrees to do what she wants for now. A few days later, on the 3rd stream, he heads to the Bureau's training facility. He got a message from Yug-jun that she found a substitute instructor due to her injury. Nayeon and Secho wonder who it will be. Yug-jun welcomes him and introduces the substitute, Kim Hana. Woo-hyun recognizes her. She's second only to Director Kim in skill, and meeting her as an enemy in the other world was dangerous. Hana says she needs to leave soon as she snuck out. Yug-jun runs away, saying, "My fault." Hana, annoyed, turns to Woo-hyun. She heard he uses the sword, asking if it's a long sword or short sword. He says both. She says she finds that interesting and wants to check his level with a quick duel, only using swords, no abilities. Woo-hyun says that's impossible. His transcendence, body enhancement, is always active. She agrees to tone her abilities down. Secho is surprised at the development, noting that while sparring is common for sword users, this is a plot point unique to Woo-hyun, the main character. Nayeon and the chat are equally stunned by the adaptive AI's ability to create a completely different, reality-like story based on player actions. Hana charges in, slicing upwards. Woo-hyun sidesteps the attack and returns with a swing, which Hana blocks. She pushes off the ground, charging in, hitting him with a shoulder strike that sends him flying backward. Secho is impressed by Hana's strength, and Nayeon identifies her build as God of Wind. Secho clarifies that the build was actually inspired by Hana herself. He also notes that Woo-hyun is matching her speed, calling him incredible. The chat watches, commenting that this sub-quest is harder than many main quests. Hana realizes that Woo-hyun isn't just fast. He's precisely aiming for her openings. She smiles, saying she can take this a bit seriously. She imbues her sword and thrusts it straight toward his face. The resulting shockwave is massive. After the dust settles, she says it was just as expected. Woo Hyun had dodged the attack, but the entire arena behind him is shattered. The chat goes crazy. Hana tells him he is more amazing than she thought. Woo Hyun, however, is dissatisfied, stating that in a real battle, his winning odds would have been only 20% and that he still lacks too much compared to his level in the other world. When she asks who taught him swordsmanship, he says he is self-taught. She is surprised by his caliber and says she'll show him something else. The mission is complete and Woo Hyun receives multiple level-ups. Hana takes him to the Bureau Armory. A man, the support and assistance team leader named Kim Hun-woo, introduces himself, saying Woo Hyun needs a proper weapon. Hana notes that he shouldn't keep using weapons without abilities. Hun-woo tells him to take his time choosing and leaves. Woo Hyun inspects the weapons. He finds nothing truly useful, though he considers one called the Vampiric Spear Rodrigo. Then, he spots something that catches his eye: the Soul Eater. He is stunned, noting that this item should be on the black market, and wonders why it's here. Perhaps it was stolen from the Bureau. He's delighted to run into his favorite weapon in this place. He tells Hana this is his choice. She finds it interesting and agrees to request the transfer of ownership. Neon is baffled, as this part of the quest usually only offers a 2-option weapon, while the chat is screaming because the Soul Eater is a 5-option weapon. A donation comes in, calling the sword his endgame weapon, once he unlocks all options. Seko explains that this isn't the first time Woo Hyun has received an inappropriate weapon for his stage. The necklace he got from the last stream usually only appears after mid-game. Seko reminds the audience that Reverse Planet rewards are strictly dependent on risk. The harder the challenge, the bigger the reward. Neon realizes the Soul Eater is the reward for accomplishing everything flawlessly, from escaping the research facility to sparring with Hana. Woo Hyun gains complete ownership of the Soul Eater. Hana suggests they go for a raid together. They exit a portal at the top of a mountain. Hana complains that the guard lied about the difficulty of the climb. She explains that this is where wolf beast type invading entities appear, which have strong territorial instincts and will soon swarm their living area. Woo Hyun notes this saves them the trouble of looking for them. Hana tells him she will only interfere if things get too dangerous. Woo Hyun summons the Soul Eater from his storage, saying he understands. The wolves begin howling and running straight down the mountain. Woo Hyun lowers himself, readying a full power strike. As all 4 wolves leap at him, he slices, and one of the wolves is instantly turned into mist. His weapon, Soul Eater, gets an increase in cutting power. The chat erupts again. Neon notes he swings the huge sword around like a feather, and Seko cries, donating money in awe of his control. Woo Hyun says how the weapon fits in his hand is unlike any other. Hana, however, is utterly surprised, asking, "Was that the Heavenly Moon Slash just now?" That's a wrap on one of the most insane gaming streams we've ever seen. Seriously, a 30-win streak, an S-class mission at level 2, and now he's got the legendary Soul Eater. If you were on the edge of your seat watching Woo Hyun tear through the Reverse Planet, then you know this new manhwa is the next big thing you need to be reading. The action, the adaptive AI, the hidden lore, it's all here. Don't miss the next upload where we reveal Woo Hyun's shockingly broken build and watch him take on the next big challenge from viewer 62. Hit the like button if you were absolutely stunned by Woo Hyun's Heavenly Moon Slash. Subscribe and ring that notification bell so you don't miss our deep dives and chapter reviews for the manhwa breakers. What did you think of the adaptive AI and the shocking ambush? Let us know in the comments below. We read every single one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.